The simplest gimbal move you can use is just a straight push forward or a pull backwards. For this, I lock off all the axes of the gimbal. That means it doesn't pan and it doesn't tilt as I move it. It's just staying focused on him so I can move in a single line. And all I do is I rock my body forwards or I rock my body backwards. Just like that. One thing you might want to do as you do this move is start with the gimbal lower and then bring it up as you push in and then lower it again as you pull out. This keeps the amount of headroom above the head of your subject consistent as you move the gimbal. However, if you want to focus on the background more at the beginning of the shot, then just move straight in, because then as you move out, the background becomes more important in the frame and the head gets lower. Either way is perfectly fine. The second most common move is an upright walking follow. That's where he walks that way and I follow him with the gimbal. So you can watch my technique here. Action, walk, walk. You notice as I'm walking, I'm keeping my knees sort of bent and I'm rolling my feet. I'm not stepping. I'm not stepping like this. I'm rolling my feet, because I'm trying to make my feet have no single point of impact with the ground. That way you don't see footsteps in the shot. It looks like a smooth, continuous motion. It's very important to try to keep your shoulders level, straight, the whole time you walk with the gimbal. Otherwise you get that dreaded bobbing up and down that you see in so much amateur gimbal footage. I always try to make sure my shoulders don't rise up or go down at all as I walk straight forward. You could pretty much balance a cup of water on my shoulders or on the top of my head as I'm walking. The next gimbal move I'm going to demonstrate is called the walking lead. This is where I lead him as he walks. So he's going to walk toward me and I'm going to walk forwards. Notice as I shoot this, I'm holding the gimbal over my shoulder like this. I'm not attempting to walk backwards, because if you walk backwards, not only do you lose your balance, you don't walk steady, you're probably going to hit somebody. It's much easier to walk for longer periods forwards than it is going backwards. So I'm locking off my gimbal, chicken head mode. It doesn't follow my pan, it doesn't follow my tilt. That makes it easier for me to just focus on walking straight rather than trying to keep my wrist perfectly steady. And the other little trick here is I'm going to have my actor try to maintain the same distance from me as he walks. So he's going to help me out by trying not to walk so fast that he goes out of my shot and forces me to recompose it. We're going to work together here silently. He's just going to count the number of steps that he is away from me now and try to maintain that distance as I walk. So I'm essentially leading him. That's why it's called the walking lead. Okay, ready? Action. You notice I'm periodically checking in front of me, then I'm checking the monitor. That's how I make sure I don't hit anybody, and I also make sure my framing's okay. Good.